Hey everyone, welcome to One Awesome Autistic and my kind of like weekly vlog ramble about my life. It's been quite an adventurous few days, let's say that. Lots of kind of like little things to talk about, nothing too major has kind of happened, a little bit major maybe, but I'll get into that in a minute. I've got the sun shining right in my eyes, and now normally for anybody who's watching my videos you will notice that I don't look at the camera a lot anyway. It's kind of the same feeling I get looking at a camera as I do looking at people's eyes. It makes me incredibly uncomfortable, it borders on painful, so I do look away quite a lot and look all over, and that's also my ADHD as well, because I can't concentrate very easily, I'm distracted quite easily, and I also have mild visual and auditory hallucinations as well with and I don't know if that's connected to my ADHD or not. It's not something I've explored just yet, but I will see things constantly out the corner of my eyes, movement and that kind of thing, and it's a reflex to look at it, and I do it too quickly, so it's hard to catch myself and stop myself from doing it. So that's just a quick explanation in why I am so fidgety and I look around all the time. I don't look at the camera a lot, but it's just a little bit harder for me today because the sun keeps coming out and shining directly in my eyes. I do have a bit of a plan. You will have seen in some of my videos, if you've watched them, the kind of like alcove that's in the back there of my bedroom, and it has my clothes in at the moment. I have a bit of a plan. I may be able to fit like a small desk in there and create kind of like a YouTube setup, studio, workplace in that little alcove, but I have other important things to do first before I need to kind of like get that done. Filming this on Wednesday because I'm a little bit late. I did start filming it yesterday, but then I didn't realise I'd actually run out of space on the camera. Had my inspection on Monday. The inspection went well, but the woman that was doing it, as I was walking down the stairs, I was behind her. Without warning, she pressed the alarm to test it, and that freaked me out, and I started having a meltdown in front of her, which is not something that I would usually do, but I didn't have much control over it. Now what was really nice is that actually she has an autistic sister, and she was fantastic in that moment. She apologised. She said to me, she was like, I know you're probably going to need to stim quite extremely. She was like, do it, don't suppress anything, because I don't want to then leave and you've suppressed and then you hurt yourself or anything like that. She stayed with me until I calmed down and spoke to me, so she, even though she was on like quite a strict schedule and had quite a lot to do, she stayed with me for about 5-10 minutes until I was feeling calmer and better, and she was great in that moment. She really helped me out. She was very calming, and we spoke quite a bit, and she did say that she will speak to the letting agents and let them know that because of my situation I need to have that routine, so I really do need a appointment time rather than a vague time. So she was super helpful, and it feels nice to have somebody in the letting agents now who is kind of like on my side instead of constantly butting heads with them. I did get lots of the tidying done. Obviously Aaron was very helpful with all that. He goes a little bit to the extreme with it, that he will clean things that don't necessarily need to be cleaned right then and there, that can be done afterwards, but he kind of went on a bit of a binge and cleaned loads. I did do the hoovering, so I was super proud of myself for actually getting the hoovering done, and I got a few other bits and bobs done as well, so I was quite pleased with myself at how much I got done. I have like a ton of stuff that I need to sell. Now I know I could probably give it away to charity, but some bits were not cheap to buy, and also because I still suffer from limited funds and I'm using my savings to help pay my bills and my food and things, I could do with that little bit extra money. But I did manage to sell some really bulky items the other day as well, so it put a few extra pound in my pocket. It's put like £8. I got £8, and that might not seem like a lot because it's just me living alone. £8 will pay for a week's worth of my food, so that's a week's worth of my food covered, or £8 will cover about 4 days of the cat food. Yes, the cat food is more expensive than my food. I found as well, while I was tidying, more mould in the house and more damp. That is now Both the bedrooms are unusable anyway, but it was in the second spare room that I found the mould and damp, and that's because the window needs replacing and the landlady is refusing, so it's creating condensation in the room from the window because it's letting all the moisture in. So I reached breaking point. I actually filmed a video and I don't know whether I'm going to edit it and put it out or not. I'll have to see what I filmed because I was in a bit of a rage, trying really hard not to swear. But I have now contacted the council about it and I'm waiting for them to get back in touch with me to see where we go. I have also emailed the letting agents again to report the problems so that I have another paper trail, because it's been 3 or 4 months since I last reported them, and I have been reporting them since I moved in. I'm still waiting to hear about the social worker I'm going to get from this autism charity. They're not the fastest moving place. The guy emailed me to double check that I was still interested. I emailed him back straight away saying I was still interested in it. It took him a week to get back to me to say that's great, I will pass on your details to the person in charge of social work. That was last Wednesday, so I'm still waiting to hear from this head of social work to see what's going on. But if the landlady does come round to the property again, I would prefer to have a witness there who isn't related to me and isn't my boyfriend, so they're a little bit more impartial about it, but who is a little bit more on my side. So I want to have a social worker present in those situations. Now that we've had the announcement as well of lockdown is going to start getting lifted, and retail is now going to be, and all shops are going to be open on the 12th of April, means that sometime round about then I should be starting my job. Still looking for another place to live, but obviously with everything that's been happening, there has been few properties. And one thing I do keep forgetting about as well is I've actually had like a bit of an anniversary. So at the beginning of February, it's like the 5th or the 6th, I can never remember the exact date, but I'm pretty sure it was the 5th, but I can never remember, it may have been the 6th. It was a year since I had my autism diagnosis. It's kind of a little bit of an anniversary, but with everything that's been going on, I completely forgot about it. I forgot to do a video about it, so it's kind of like happy anniversary to me, I suppose. I will be putting out at least one bonus video at some point soon. I wanted to do it earlier this week because it ties in with the spoon theory video that I put out on Saturday, but I'll try and get it done and get it out before this Saturday instead. I'm going to spend the next few days, it's all going to be about doing YouTube stuff and getting things done. I've had a bit of a creative splurge, had quite a few ideas, written some scripts down. I've got half finished scripts that I need to finish off, so that is going to be my concentration on the next few days. And then if I can get at least 2 weeks videos like made and done and scheduled, I can have at least a week off from doing YouTube, which means I can concentrate on other tasks that need to get done that are more important, but I won't have this on my mind to stress me out. So that is my plan for the next few days. So I don't know what video is coming this Saturday just yet, but it'll be out at normal time. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.